Dear students, this is 12th zoology video class, chapter 4, principles of inheritance and variations, part 9. Chapter 4, principles of inheritance and variations, part 9. Last video class we have seen dosage compensation. We have completed the topic. The next topic is the one haplodiploidy in honeybees. Next topic is the one haplodiploidy in honeybees. In Hymenoptera, in Hymenopteran insects. That's a type of insects. That's a species name, we can say. Hymenoptera insects such as honeybees, ants, wasps. A mechanism of sex determination is called haplodiploidy mechanisms. So mechanism of sex determinations, that is we call as a haplodiploidy mechanisms. And here the haplodiploidy mechanisms of sex determinations is common. In this system, the sex of offspring is determined by the number of sets of chromosomes it receives. Fertilized eggs develop into female, that is become as a queen or worker bees. If you see in honeybees, queen bees are there and worker bees are there. So in that queen bee, the fertilized eggs develop into the female, that is we call as a queen bee. Whereas unfertilized eggs develop into male, that is we call as a drones, by the process of parthenogenesis. So fertilized eggs can be developed as a queen bees in honeybee comb, in honeybee colonies, whereas unfertilized eggs they develop as a male one, that is we call as a drones. So that males develop by the process of parthenogenesis. What do you mean by parthenogenesis? Without fertilizations they form, that is we call as a parthenogenesis. It means that the male have half number of chromosomes. The male have half number of chromosomes, that is we call as a applied, and female have double number, that is we call as a diploid. Females have double number, that is we call as a diploid. Hence the name haplodiploidy for this system of sex determinations. The mode of sex determinations facilitates the evolutions of sociality in which only one diploid female become a queen. So the method of sex determinations they facilitates as a generation by generation. That is a evolution sociality, which means only one female become as a queen. Others what they'll do? Other female what they'll do? Other females, the queen they lay eggs for the colony. Only one queen bee will be there in a honeybee's colony. All other females, what they do? Since they are having diploid, since all other females which are diploid, having developed from fertilized eggs, help to raise queen's egg and so contribute the queen's reproductive success. So others female, so they cannot lay egg. What they can do, they can take care of that eggs which are released by queen bee and contribute to the queen bee reproductive success and indirectly to their own. This phenomena is known as a kin selection. Other female, they used to help egg laying process as well as the reproductive process. Once if the queen bees are laid egg, other female they taking care of that eggs as well as the queen bee. This process we call a kin selections. One important 2 marks. Just mark it out. The queen constructs the social environment by releasing a hormone that suppresses the fertility of the workers. Other female, they cannot lay eggs because the queen they constructs the social environment, okay, and the queen the constructs on social environment by releasing of one hormones, so that hormones suppress the fertility of the workers. Royal jelly, once if the workers means that female honeybees, if they eat the royal jelly means they become as a queen. So the royal jelly they don't allow to eat, so they release some kind of hormones by the queen bee. That's what they say here. Mark it important 2 marks skin selections. And the next topic is the one 6 link inheritance. 6 link inheritance. The inheritance of a trait that is determined by a gene located on one of the 6 chromosomes called 6 link inheritance. So here what they say, the inheritance means the transferring characters from one generation to another generation. That is, the characters just transfer from by gene which present the genes located in the chromosomes. That is we call as sex linked chromosomes, sex linked inheritance. Genes present on the differential regions of X or Y chromosome. The genes are located different regions of X chromosomes or Y chromosomes called as sex linked genes. So the genes present in the differential regions of X chromosomes are called X-linked gene. Again, I'll tell you the genes present, the genes which are present in the X chromosomes, they are present in different regions. They are called as a X chromosomes linked gene. X-linked genes, we can say. The X-linked genes have no corresponding alleles. Here, X chromosomes linked gene, they don't have corresponding alleles. Alleles means what? One dominant character, one recessive character. That is because of alleles. The X-linked genes have no corresponding alleles in the Y chromosomes. The genes present in the differential regions of Y chromosomes are called Y-linked or voluntary genes. Just mark it 2 marks. The genes present in different regions. Okay, in the Y chromosomes, the genes are present in different regions. That is we call as a X-linked, or we can say as a voluntary genes. X-linked also same, voluntary genes also the same. So what they say here, in Y chromosomes, the genes are located at a different region. That is we call as a X-linked genes. X-linked genes, or this X-linked is also called as a, sorry, not X-linked genes, Y-linked genes. This Y-linked genes is also called as a voluntary genes. Y-linked is also called as a voluntary gene. Same thing, the X chromosomes also, the X-linked genes also, the genes which are present in the different regions of the X chromosome, they are called as a X-linked genes. The Y-linked genes means the chromosomes, the genes are present in a different region. That is we call as a Y-linked gene or voluntary genes. The Y-linked genes have no corresponding alleles in X chromosomes. The Y-linked genes inherit along with the Y chromosomes. The Y-linked genes inherit along with Y chromosomes, and they phenotypically express only in male sex. Here, the X always, the female, the 2X will be there, whereas Y presents only in the male. The sex determinations, the male only decides. The Y only decides that sex determination. That's what they say here. The sex-linked inherited traits are more common in male than the female because the males are hemizygous, therefore express the traits when they are inherit one mutant alleles. Here XX is a female one, XY is a one male one. So X is not X chromosomes are not going to decide the sex of the individuals. Which one is going to decide? Only the Y chromosome only going to decide. That's what they say here. And next one, the X-linked and Y-linked genes in the differential regions are called as a non-homologous regions. Whereas previously we have seen what is X-linked genes means. In the chromosome, the genes are present in different regions. That is because of X-linked genes. Same thing, the Y-linked genes also. Here, the X and Y linked genes are present in the different region. That is because of non-homologous regions. Homologous means what? Same. But this is not the same one. That is why it's called as a non-homologous region. Do not undergo pairing or crossing over during meiosis. The X and Y linked genes, they do not undergo for pairing or crossing over during meiosis. So the inheritance of X or Y linked genes is called as a sex linked inheritance. The inheritance of X or Y linked genes is called as a sex linked inheritance. The next topic is the one inheritance of sex linked genes. How this X linked genes is going to inherent to the next generations. So the examples are given: red green color blindness or daltonisms, hemophilia. These are the disease. And Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. Duchenne's muscular dystrophy are examples of X-linked gene inheritance in humans. So what are X-linked inheritance? They'll ask you. Just underline. Important one. 2 marks can be possible. We'll see one by one. What is hemophilia? Hemophilia is commonly known as bleeder disease. Blood is to come out. That is because of hemophilia, which is more common in men than women. More common men than women. So this hereditary disease was first reported by John Cato in 1803. Underline this important one word. Hemophilia is caused by a recessive X-linked gene. Very, very important one word. Hemophilia is caused by dash. Recessive linked gene, recessive Y-linked gene, like that they'll ask you. Choose, very important. Hemophilia is caused by a recessive X-linked gene. A person with a recessive gene for hemophilia lacks a normal clotting substance. A person who's having recessive this X-linked genes for hemophilia, lack means what? Absence. What the absence? The clotting substance will be absence. That is because of thromboplastins. Thromboplastins. So the once if the patients one who infected by this hemophilia, if they get hurt in any one of the parts of the body in that area, blood is continuously used to come. Blood will come continuously due to lack of this thrombocytes or thromboplastin in blood. Hence, minor injuries cause continuous bleeding. That's what I told you. So leading to death also. Leading to death also. The females are carrier of the disease and would transmit the disease to 50% of their son, even if the male parent is normal. So this hemophilia is a carrier by whom? By mother. That's what they say here. The female are carriers of this disease and would transmit the disease to 50% of the sons, even if the male parent does not. Even male parent is normal. The male father is normal. In case if the mother, their generations, their father, grandfather, the mother's side, if they have this hemophilia, through the mothers, it is transmitted to her daughter. That's what they say here. 50% their sons, even if the male parent is normal. Hemophilia follows the characteristic crisscross patterns of inheritance. What do you mean by crisscross? Male to, so female to male, from mother to son. That is because a crisscross pattern of inheritance. X-linked is the one. Recessive of X-linked is the one causative agents of hemophilia. So this X-linked wound it will present. It will present only in the female one, that is mothers. Through the mothers, it will transmit to the next generations to the son only, not the daughter. Even if the father is normal, that is what they say is here hemophilia. Okay, just go through. Today we are seeing the inheritance of X-linked genes. That's hemophilia. To just learn today itself. Otherwise, you'll forget. You won't understand this topic. You won't understand.